Let's have a look at some tools for creative thinking and creative problem solving. Keep in mind, these tools are only a starting point for your ideas. You can use them either by yourself or with groups of people. But always remember to ask questions about each idea or problem that comes up. The first is good old-fashioned brainstorming. You've probably done this in other classes, and it's a staple for most creative designers. Traditional brainstorming is conducted with a group of people so that one contributor's thoughts builds and triggers another's. Although you're usually working in a group, you can do this by yourself. You should use this method to examine all possibilities of ideas or problems. To set up a brainstorming session, start by meeting in a central location at the same time. You should pick a leader, and it's their job to propose a problem and to moderate all ideas. Third, keep track of all of your ideas, whether they're good or they're bad, on a board or a large sheet of paper. Make sure everyone in the group has voiced their opinion or shared their ideas. Remember, these can be good or bad ideas. Finally, once you're finished, compile all of your ideas together. See if any of them can be categorized or even tossed out. To help facilitate brainstorming, you can break your group down into two different means of thinking: attribute listing and visual metaphors. Attribute listing is when you break down the attributes of an object, person, place, theme, or a topic. You're trying to list out all of the things that make up that one individual problem, breaking it into smaller bits and examining those small bits individually. Visual metaphors is when you try to take an idea and connect it with something else. This can be non-identical or trying to find connections between two worlds of meaning that may reveal some sort of insight. The second type of creative thinking is called Osborn's checklist, and it's a form of brainstorming. Osborn's checklist is made up of 6 or 7 action verbs used to transform an existing idea or object. And these are the verbs that people normally use: to adapt, modify, magnify or minimize, substitute, rearrange, or reverse. You should use this method to expand or improve on an existing idea or a problem. So here's how to start. You start by drawing a circle in the center of a large board, and then writing or drawing your main idea. In our case, we're going to take a camera. Next, around that central idea, write out each of the 6 or 7 action verbs that can, quote, happen to that central idea. So I would put the camera in the center and then write combine, modify, magnify, minimize, substitute, and arrange around the camera in the center. Next, think of how you can apply each verb to the main idea so that you have a new and unique outcome. Let's have a look at some of these. So if I took the camera and I decided to combine the camera with something, what ideas would come to mind? So in this case, I could maybe take the camera and combine it with a phone. And so now I've got a phone on my camera. Or I can connect my camera and combine it to my computer or to my laptop. All of these are ways of combining a central idea to some other idea, and I've come up with a unique outcome. Here's another one. How can I take a camera and magnify it in some way? Make it larger, stronger, or bigger? Well, maybe I could take the camera and build a tripod into it. Or I can take the camera and I can magnify it by putting binoculars or a 3D camera into it. Doing this for each of the 6 or 7 verbs will give you a different concept for each. Hopefully by the end you'll have this tree chart with a variety of different ideas. Once you're done, reevaluate all of your ideas. Some may be really good and feasible. In the next video, I'll be showing you even more creative thinking tools.